What's good, fam? It's your guy Raymundo. Welcome back to the channel. Now we have another day and another shenanigan to get into. Without further ado, cue the clip.
Story time on when I flew to another state to meet this young lit nigga that's lit on the internet. And to me, I felt like he was cat.
Really? Tell me about it.
So yeah, I met him on the internet. I was in Bahamas like the beginning of January for my son. I'm sorry, the beginning of February for my son's birthday or whatever. And he DM'd me on Instagram like, need you. So I'm like, oh, I've been trying to get you me or whatever like that. So he like, you know, whatever. We gonna exchange numbers or what? So I'm like, yeah, cause like, you know, he's some fine shit. Like, I love dark skinned niggas. And when I say he's some fine shit, bitch, he's some fine shit or whatever like that. So on the internet, like, you know, he got 2 watches, big Cardi, 6 cars, supposedly own his house, and he young as fuck or whatever like that. Dressed nice, always designer down, like always posting mad money, etc. So, you know, like, that's my type. I love me a hood, get money nigga. So he asked for my number or whatever like that. So I gave him my number, and like, he texted me. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it was little signs that I didn't like. Like, if you know I'm on vacation with my kids, like, I remember I posted my drink or whatever, and I didn't text him right back. And he's on my phone like, oh, you see me text you or whatever, but you posting. Like, that right there was like, you only have my number for like 20 minutes, like, chill out. But I let him slide. So we planned to see each other or whatever like this, like, whatever like that on this Saturday. That's it, this Saturday, right? And we planned for me to come Valentine's Day weekend or whatever. And he really was on some shit where, like, he was like, oh, come whatever, what day, what time, it don't even matter. Like, whenever you can come, just come. So I chose that weekend because I'm free every other weekend for my kids. They go with their dad or whatever like that. So that was my free weekend.
Now, chances are you probably take Valentine's Day very serious, and you decided it was in your best interest to have a random hookup with a random internet dude you never met before. Is that right? Crazy.
So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought he was a fake page at first or whatever like that, because it just was like too good to be true. So we would only text, and like, he'd tell me to FaceTime him, but by the time I FaceTime him or whatever, he not answering. Now he got an excuse, or he don't FaceTime back. So, bitch, I started thinking like, bitch, I'm gonna get catfish if I go down here. So I told him, I'm like, look, this Wednesday, like the Wednesday before the Friday. So I'm like, FaceTime me before Friday or I'm not coming. So now he got all that energy. He FaceTime me, etc. I got him on the phone. Before you really couldn't, like, he'd just be texting and shit like that. So he FaceTimed me, he was real, looked the same, looked good as fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready, etc. So Friday come and we talk, and I'm like, you know, like, you ready? Like, I'm at the nail salon, I'm like, you ready? Like, I can't wait to see you, I can't wait to meet you, etc. So he like, yeah, or whatever like that. But I feel like his energy was a little off because he was more excited days before. So I'm like, you good, love? Like, you okay? Because I'm like, I feel like your energy is like kind of off, like you're not excited as you was. So he's like, oh, I just found out I got to get my daughter or whatever today. Mind you, it's the day I leave. Like, I'm leaving at 10 p.m. at night to land. I think my flight would land like 12:48 a.m. originally. So I'm like, yo, I took our work for this or whatever, and I already checked into the flight. And he's like, well, what's the issue? Nobody didn't tell you not to come. Like, you can still come. I'm good. I'm gonna just get a sitter. If anything, her and the sitter just stay at my house, and we could just get a room. So I'm like, you know what? All right, that's cool. I'm all for that, or whatever the case may be. So I still go. Like, I get my nails and I run to the mall. I get everything I need. I pack my shit, and I tell him like, all right, I'm supposed to land at this time. I go to the airport. Mind you, y'all, I'm rushing because I'm always fucking last minute. I get to the airport. I board the flight or whatever like that. So before I boarded the flight, he texted me this hotel, like Signa or something. It's like one of the best hotels in Atlanta. So I tried to book the hotel online, but everything was booked up. So I told him, I'm like, look, everything booked up because it's Valentine's Day weekend. So he like, nah, you got to call. So I called, and like, everything was booked the fuck up.
So let me get this straight. He gave you the hotel that he wanted to meet you at, but he didn't book the hotel. He gave it to you for you to book it, and you thought you were gonna book it during Valentine's Day weekend?
Like, literally, it was no hotel. So he like, well, find whatever you can find and just book it, and I'm gonna get you from the airport. So I'm like, you know, what's your budget? So he like, what you mean? I'm like, what's your budget? Like, I'll book the room, But when I land, I expect to get my money back or whatever like that. So I'm on the plane, y'all. The plane done took off. So the nigga like, oh, the least you could do is pay for the room. So I'm like, huh? So this when the mishap come in. Because I get it, okay, we supposed to stay at your house originally, but then your child came into play. So now we gotta go stay somewhere else, which is cool. Because I think a hotel is better anyway, because you don't know me and I don't know you. And it's more safer, I feel like. So he like, yeah, like you can pay for the room. I'm gonna fund the rest of the trip. Baby, you a whole scammer. You think I'm paying for a motherfucking hotel for you to come fuck on me?
Yes.
So he all like, yo, I feel like you could pay for something. I'm funding the rest of the trip or whatever the case may be. Yo, so we start arguing or whatever like that. So then the plane land and I'm like, you really arguing over a $300-something hotel, but you scamming. You hitting all these licks, all this big money you posting. I mean, like $20,000-$30,000. You can't book a $300 hotel. And I just felt like if you brought me to your city, you should make sure I'm good. Like if you came to my city and something happened, I'm going to correct it before you get there. I'm going to figure this shit the fuck out. Because I mean, why wouldn't I? Like it don't make sense. I didn't ask to come there. You wanted to come. Now I agree we wanted to see each other, but still, like, what? So when I landed, the nigga arguing, going all back and forth with shit. So I'm like, listen, cancel your sitter, stay home with your kid. Go ahead and buy. I'm cool. Like I ain't even link you no more, etc. Y'all, this nigga was like, oh, you must be coming to come see another nigga. Nigga, what? I took off from my job, stopped one of my business to come see you. And you talking about another nigga? That's your response? Y'all, he kept fucking arguing. I couldn't believe it because I'm like, bro, like, if you getting all this money and you got all this motion, all this shit going on, like, $300 is nothing. So I'm like, if I book this hotel, you can't come. So that's what the fuck I did. I booked the hotel, and shout out to that Spirit flight attendant because, yo, he stayed in that airport with me and found me a hotel, y'all. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had nowhere to stay, like, at all. But I booked that hotel, y'all, and I left that nigga on red. Like, I stopped responding, and I just made it into a solo trip. But I still was just, like, mad because I trip. Like, Atlanta cool. We used to do that for New Year's, but, like, just to go and spend that much money, it was just, like, I could have went somewhere else. Like, that was kind of crazy. So, me personally, I just feel like his lifestyle got to be kept because I done dealt with some big money niggas. Like, I mean, rich niggas, like that's running businesses to get legit money. I done dealt with a rapper. I'm not gonna say who the fuck he is because he is a big rapper that y'all listen to every single day. And niggas with money ain't complaining. They not doing all that. Like, I'm telling you, they not doing all that. Like, when you come see them, they have everything into play, everything booked, bitch, your itinerary set up, all that. Like, it ain't making sense. So to me, his life is just kept. And to be honest, I never really seen him go out and do nothing or anything of that nature. Like, he not in the mall blowing no money. Like, he ain't no 5-star restaurants. Like, he really don't be doing nothing. Like, he might go skate or something, but like, other than that, like, that nigga don't be really doing shit like with the money he's supposed to have. Like, he got all this motion. You would think he'd be tripping, like something. Like, nah, he not doing none of that. So to me personally, the life is kept. And I was just mad because I felt like, damn, like, I flew here to see you and this happened. Never doing it again. And then his excuse was, well, you knew what I had going on and you still came. Nigga, you never told me not to come. When I checked in with you and we spoke, you told me to still come. It wasn't an issue. And you was going to get a sitter. Like, what? That don't even make sense. Like, make it make sense. I would have said the fuck home. I'm not that pressed to see no nigga. Like, bitch, you know, I get niggas. Like, what? Be for real. I was just upset at the fact that you still allowed me to come or whatever like that, knowing that you was gonna do that or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying he lying about getting his kid, because bitches do that. Like, bitches that know it's a Valentine's Day week or something going on and be like, oh yeah, you not, I'm gonna stick him with the kid because I don't want him to be with no other bitch. So it do be like that, but still, like, come on, yo. Like, I don't live down the street. I live in another state. I flew there.
So let me get this straight. You flew yourself out of state to meet up with somebody who got internet clout, paid for your own hotel room just to get some D? That was what you was gonna get in exchange for all of that? Is getting some internet clout D? That's what you was hyped for? That was what you was pressed for? And even if this person was supposed to reimburse you back for the hotel room, number one, they didn't. Number two, you flew yourself out to another state to get D? Y'all are wildin', right? The level of desperation is crazy. And the best part of this story time that this girl got on here and told is the fact that she was surprised that she got scammed by a scammer. She knew that this man scams to get the things that he supposedly got, right? He flexing all this stuff online that now she don't believe that he really has, but it was enough for you to fly yourself out of state to meet up with him because he scammed you, right? He played you, made you think he had it like that, but you're surprised that somebody whose lifestyle is built off of lying and deceiving people and getting over on people, you're surprised that they would do that to you too? This is how we know y'all girls just don't be having it all, right? Y'all get with men who got records of DV and then be surprised when they put their hands on you. You get with men who known for scamming and then be surprised when they scam and lie to you too. Like, these people have shown to have character flaws in the lifestyles that they live, but somehow you think you're gonna be the exception to the way that they live it. Something just don't be clicking in y'all head. The lights just don't be on. But you could have kept that to yourself. This story time was sad. You went out real bad.
Now, you said that you had a job, you had your own business, but it just sounds like you stuck on stupid. Like you doing dumb-ish. Why would you hook up with somebody who's possibly gonna ruin your life? Like you dodged a bullet. Thank God for that. But I mean, man, am I the only one that feels like that? I mean, this hookup culture that's getting flown out, and it wasn't even really a fly out because he didn't pay for it, you paid for it. And then he wanted you to pay for the room too? Man, come on, man. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be smarter than that. And why you hooking up with these dudes? Like, it don't make no sense. You got kids at home. Try to establish a basis for your foundation to start a family. I mean, man, come on, man. You gotta do better, man. I know I can't be the only one. Drop a comment down below. If you like the vid, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'm out.